have a review and demo of the Fenty Beauty new stick. This is called the Blur and Smooth Tint Stick. So I've been through the ringer with this little baby right here. I am in the shade number 9. I do wear 240 in her other foundations, and I am in her tint, the liquid tint of this, shade number 10. Shade number 9 I feel like fits me really well. I'll go ahead and put the demo here so you guys can see me applying it to half of my face and you guys can see the coverage. So this is supposed to give you a light to medium coverage. It's supposed to look very hydrating. It's supposed to be long wearing. What it's supposed to do is to instantly blur and just look like very natural on your skin. I tried this for over a week. I tried it during my 12-hour shifts. I really love trying stuff and really giving it a go, using different primers, my skincare, you know, really seeing what it works with and what it doesn't work with. The first day that I wore this, it was chaos. It looked like crap by halfway through the day. Probably like 4 to 5 hours in, I was like, ooh, God, why did I wear this on my son's birthday? I have to say, the first time I wore this, it made me look older. Within 4 hours or so, you could see my pores. They were very accentuated by this. It looked very patchy on certain areas, even drying, and I was like, what the hell? Like, all these people are saying how awesome this is. I will say it took me like a hot minute to make this work for me. So don't always go off of like the first review you see, because a lot of times I feel like first impressions are so hard because of that, because you could have a really great first impression and then hate something, or vice versa. You could have, like me, my first impression of this was like, oh, I can't stand this foundation. Over the course of time, as I wore it more and figured out that my skin needed to be really nicely prepped before wearing this, now I feel like this is a good foundation. Is it something that I'm like, this is my new holy grail? No. Right now, to me, it's just good. I haven't like fully fallen in love with it. At some point during this whole like testing period, I thought about returning it to Sephora, but I will be keeping it in my collection. I can make it work for me, but even so, I don't feel like this is very long wearing. By the end of my, probably like around the 8 to 9 mark, I don't have any foundation on my nose, which is normal, but I also feel like a lot of areas look a little patchy. It clings to like those dry patches, and it's really weird because this is supposed to be very hydrating, and when you first apply it, it looks very glowy, very like radiant on the skin, but as time progresses, it kind of like can stick to some of those dry patches and really accentuate them. Overall, I like this foundation. I'm not fully in love with it. I do really like that it's a stick, which makes it so convenient to apply. I remember loving like the Anastasia Beverly Hills stick. There's quite a bit of foundation sticks that I've really enjoyed, and this one, like I said, is just okay. It is nice and convenient to be able to just bring this up, you know, put it on and blend it out. But I will say, if you have more mature dry skin like myself, to me the best thing is like if I have a moisturizer, I put on that moisturizer, let it sink in, and then apply a good primer. And I've been using like hydrating primers with this. If I use like something that is like one of these blurring primers or anything like that, this just looks horrible with it. I tried it with like more hydrating glowy primers like my Laura Mercier one and such like that, and that's what it works with. If I try it with anything that's like, for example, the Benefit Pore Professional, the Huda Beauty Blur Jam, that just, I don't know, it just does not work well together, and it looks so bad. And it just really like accentuates these whole areas of my pores, like even like usually I don't have that issue, and it just really like, I was like, damn, where did all these pores came from? So just be cautious with this. Know that if you do have drier skin, you're going to have to really work with it and kind of like prep your skin before using it. The longevity, I don't really feel like it's there. This is something that probably lasts around like 6 hours or so before it starts melting down, like starting coming off, and it doesn't come off in like a what's that called? Like, it doesn't come off in a like good way. Like it starts coming like apart in like a not so nice way. So overall, it's an okay, it's a good foundation, but do I like some of her other ones more? I do. Do I prefer this baby right here, her Eavesdrops, 10 times over. I love this one. So between these two, if you were on the fence, I would definitely go for the liquid one. I feel like it applies better, its longevity is better. I feel like I don't even have to like fight with this one like I do with this one. So let me know your thoughts down below if you've tried this, if you have dry skin, oily skin. I know my friend Julio, he has oily skin and he returned this because it was just not jamming. He didn't care for, I want to say like the coverage or the longevity of it. So let me know your type, your skin type down below. If you've tried this, what your thoughts are down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. You can subscribe hitting that little red button. I do have socials down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.